stylistic. In page 99, we have a statement personification whereby Bembe says that my stomach has been running since the Samaritan came to town.
So that is also a what? An idiom, isn't it? Yeah. That's why sometimes I insist use the idiom instead of personification.
We also have a vivid description up there where they say that on Monday late afternoon at the Mandingo, jump made in the jungle room, the arrangement of the rooms in the same as the previous occasion.
We are saying that
Vivid description.
what we did the mayor is seated on the table as his usual staff. They have 3 mobile phones and walking stick. That's what you can see vividly. But the arrangement, if you just say the same, you may never actually have.
Then in page 100, we have a Semite where they are saying that you know what's of her arrest apparently spread like bushfire.
You have not seen the simile, you're fine, you're doing what's wrong with you? Even someone with small eyes can see.
Then
I don't know if anyone has small eyes.
we also have an idiom where Bembe down there he says that my situation is out of hand. And also where he says that, and I have no more ideas left except perhaps flees into them.
That one is just open, isn't it? Flee to the mountains. Running away to the mountains. That is not an idiom. But when you listen to how Bembe speaks and you know him, and from the description of what Inspector Bembe is, what do you find? Yes? Now that you know Bembe, we have been talking about Bembe and you know what he is, the way he intimidates Nicole, the way he posts around. Now he is here talking about fleeing to the mountains, digging a hole and living there. What do you see? Yes? You find? There's irony and humor. You can't laugh at that. You can't. Imagining that he has a big stomach.
Then in page 101, where we have a proverb where Moses says that they say when bad luck chooses you as a companion, even a ripe banana can knock off your beak. Then we also have onomatopoeia, spring to his feet like one stung by a bee. There's a Semite on the same.
There where Bembe was he said, and you know what, if you say it's a rhetorical question.
Page 101, we also see irony where Moses says that, oh, that sounds great. Let us make it another round of the smoke that thunders. I will get more mattresses, tires, and sacks for burning during the occasion, and diesel to burn a couple of trees in the town center. 102, there's also a video phone where Bembe says, did I hear some footsteps? Also, we have the rhetorical question. We also have rhetorical question and also vivid description where we are being told that the door swings open, enter the assist Iron Jaden. He's dressed elegantly as usual in a 3-piece suit.
There is irony because Jaden is bragging to be strategic. But as readers, we know actually who he is. He has failed because what he has done will mess him up. There is some sort of irony there.
If you have it, you
What about when Jaden calls himself, I'm a man of considerable learning and very mindful of my professional integrity? There's no style there. Even, do you think anyone will agree with us that it is possible to lodge a case and have it processed and determined on the same day?
Then, in page 105, we have ellipsis where Jordan says, well, yes, I remember. Then in page 106, we have a flashback where Moses says, sometimes last year, he sent his mistress Ivy to me. She wanted to be awarded a contract for killing rats and other rodents that were invading rice and corn farms.
Take you back to 105 first. Moses says, well, the truth is I can't take the bullet for you. What does that stand out as a style? Yeah, it is.
Then in page 107, we also have a flashback where Bembe says, I seem to remember this story. It is the ruling in which he also emphasized that the cereals were being voraciously consumed at an alarming rate by very bad tempered rodents that had an altitude. There is also a rhetorical question where Jaden says, so it's Ivy or I that who gave the contract. There is also ellipsis where Jaden says, that's nonsense. I'm too strategic to make such. There is an idiomatic expression where Bembe says, my goodness, I can't believe this. A whole judge in this kind of scam.
There is sarcasm and rhetorical question because did somebody answer? No one answers. Mostly just continues talking and talking. And then there is irony in general aspects now that these are leaders and they got themselves entangled in corrupt situations which are full of selfishness, opportunism, blackmail and all that. And even at the larger picture we can have satire because now the author is satirizing the entire government. Because the government is supposed to protect the people, ensure there is enough food, and if there is any corrupt aspect, they block it. Yet here we see leaders as Basdeo and even Jaden himself as a lawyer and Ramdai getting into this. So we can laugh at this and learn a lesson as future leaders what not to do.
That night, we have ellipsis where Jaden says, I can most solemnly swear that I didn't. Where Moses says, yes, he reportedly ruled that the rodents were bad-tempered, had an altitude and required cat to kill.
And I think there's some sort of sarcasm, huh? And even at the part above, when Moses says, sadly, they have found their way into the grain stores. We have countless rodents in the granaries today. I think there are more than the grains now. So there is sarcasm and hyperbole.
Hyperbole, where Bembe says that's a very crucial detail. I will put it this way. As a consequence of the action of the accused and company, we now have more rodents than grains in the municipality. Then we have a simile where Moses says there's nothing like them on earth.
So you're saying that is
A simile.
really? What is the comparison? I think you should get a style by reading the entire part. Huh? Yes, they did. But they eventually became wide. They are such huge, hairy brutes. There is nothing like them on earth. No one has any idea who gave birth to them and why. And you know, they are the type that can't eat rodents. They prefer chicken. So what style is coming out? Hyperbole and sarcasm.
An idiom, where Bembe says, but did he also say they could huff and puff? And it's also a
What is to happen?
111, we have ellipsis where Bembe said, we must enforce the law and
Not
also on the conversation of where it says, wait, gentlemen, and what we can do, you still can't intimidate me so easily. I'm not.
Maybe before we move on, do you believe Satan was telling you, saying, wait gentlemen, what can you do? You still can't intimidate me so easily. I'm not. Was he genuine? No. So what is that as a style? Yes? What is that as a style? When what you are saying is not actually what you mean. What is that? It is irony. Verbal irony comes that way. You are afraid, but you are pretending. And I hope you saw fidgeting. You mentioned it. Fidgeting. Because when you are fidgeting, you normally page 111 up there. You mentioned sarcasm and irony. At the part when Moses says, this is the image of his Lordship Justice Ian Jaden, the lowest rate that ever sat on the bench in Maracas municipality. That is how you will go down in history. That was satire, sarcasm, irony, all that.
On page 112, we have a rhetorical question. The conversation of Jaden, where it says, the rat and other rodents, how on earth did I get into this? Also, we have the biblical allusion on the same conversation of Jaden. I'm like a foolish rich man in good book who also retire and enjoy his wealth only to the maker to tell him, you fool. Can you imagine God calling you a fool?
And given that at that point he's comparing himself to the foolish rich man, what can we say? Using the word like? Seemingly. Why do you say seemingly? Seemingly. Okay, go on. You can actually see he vividly remembers the part. Now what type? Yeah, class one.
We have irony and the conversation of Jaden in page 112. Everybody else was doing it using a public office to amass a fortune for oneself. On page 113, we have a simile. It looks like a sewer rat.
Is there someone present when he's speaking? If we may have to know. Are they there? So, which time? Monologue, yeah.
We also have a idiomatic expression where Jaden says, "And I am beginning to catch the smell of drugs."
Is that one being used as a simile? Is this suspicious? No, it's just counted, isn't it? So that one is not an idiom. Because actually when you look at the aspect of that text, we normally say it is the wrong is catching up with him. So when he's smelling that, it is out of being haunted. You know, like they say, if you kill someone, even if you will run, you will be feeling like there's blood on your hands. The smell of the blood will be with you. So it's not as an idiom there. It's actually what he's now feeling from being haunted.
We also have rhetorical question where Jaden says, "Can you smell it? It can see a huge rodent. It looks like swear right. It looks vicious. It's daring. It's still. It is coming for me. Can you see it?" It's shame that if you say the rats that Jaden is describing, you say vivid description.
The huge, daring, it's still vicious, yeah. There's some sort of vivid description there.
What if you say there's humor where Jaden says, "Can you imagine God calling you a fool?"
Yeah, at least we can laugh at that. You know, when someone, like if you are to watch this play, if it is being performed and you see that part, you would laugh at that.